Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video and I'm working on 6x8 layouts with pictures from Prague. So still working away on Prague. I'm trying to get that summer Europe trip from last year finished. Thought I'd be done in a year. That was my goal. Did not happen, obviously. So it'll probably end up being a year and a half, about 18 months maybe before I'm done, maybe a little longer. So better late than never though. So what I'm working on today are pictures from the Lennon Wall. For this page, I've already picked out a card here, and this is just a piece of pattern paper from a graffiti set from Ella and Viv that I bought. My friend and I actually bought it together, and we're sharing it. And I thought this would be perfect for the colors that are in the wall. And then I actually had this as a die cut. It's just a scratch piece. I was working on a card and I needed to punch out this circle, and I thought, well, I'm going to keep it. I could do something with it. And I kind of like the idea of using it right in the middle and either stamping something or using like a travel puffy sticker or some kind of embellishment there to see what I can do with it, because these photos are very busy. So I need to ground it somehow. The other thing I need to find is I need a journaling card for this spot. I don't have one picked out yet. And then as far as a color scheme, I know I want to work in some yellow because I've got this lovely yellow up here. There's a little bit peeking out here. It's peeking out in several places. And then I'm thinking maybe green because I've got this kind of neon green color here. And then there's just a little bit there. There's more in this photo. So I think, again, in order to ground it a little bit, if I can use those colors, it'll make it feel a little bit less chaotic, or at least that's the hope. So I picked out a journaling card, and it's not green or yellow based. It's got some pink in it and a little bit of coral there, but I think it works because there's a lot of pink and coral shades in here. And we laughed when we were getting dressed this day because look at our outfits. Her shirt, my shirt, they're actually very similar. And then we both are wearing just, I think she had black pants, like khaki pants. I actually have on like a very, very dark blue jean capris, but they look very similar. So we were dressed similarly, and then we didn't know we were going to see this day necessarily, and so we had no idea that we're going to wear busy shirts and then look at this crazy busy background. So I figured, again, find some color that works for what I've got going. We're both wearing pink. There's pink in here. I'm going to go with that. So I pulled these out of my embellishment stash. These are from Allie Edwards. They were from a travel release. I think it was earlier this year. She's done a couple travel things, but and they start running together because I buy stuff. So I have these. They both happen to be green and pink, but are they the right green and pink? I don't know. This is pretty close. This is certainly not neon. It's more of like a sage or a mint green, but I might be able to get away with it. So I'm going to keep these as a possibility. And then I also went into my stash and looked at some phrase labels here. And I started with yellow. These are the ones I've picked out so far. All of the phrases are fine. This is almost like a neon yellow, which might work well here, given just the vibrancy of the photos. But I picked out a couple of other things too to see if I could work those in somewhere and get the yellow that I want. So I've decided to go with these, the one that says wow and hashtag photo worthy. The wow definitely is true because when we walked up, we didn't know that this was right there. We knew it was kind of in the area, but we were just sort of meandering. We weren't following a map or anything too closely. And so when we turned the corner and saw it, that was our reaction. Like, wow, we had no idea it was quite this done. We'll just say like every surface is covered, and there were lots of people there getting their photos taken. And so I think I'm going to go with that. And then photo worthy, that is certainly true. And then it also pulls in some of the yellow to this photo. So I've decided I am going to use this rubber embellishment. I think the green is close enough that it'll work for me. And originally I thought I was going to center it, but it doesn't fit quite right. So I think I'm going to actually put the circle a little bit off to the left and then layer the explore like so. So I have the embellishment ready to adhere, and I just wanted to show that I use red line tape to attach embellishments like this because you don't want to use glue dots. Some of the pieces might have a reaction between the glue dot and the rubber, so it's safer just to use red line tape, so I've done that. And then I'm just going to go about like that, I think. The other thing is that be sure you have this where you want it because this stuff is super duper sticky. Once you put it down, you're probably not going to get it up again. So make sure it's where you want it. And that looks good. I actually think I might do some splattering with yellow, come to think of it, both on the card a little bit maybe and here, because this is awfully white. So maybe I'll do that next. So I have this ready to go. I've masked off the embellishment part so that that doesn't get any mist on it. This is what I'm choosing to use. I'm going with the Tattered Angels Glitter Mist, and I am using this shade right here, which is Sunflower. There you go. So it's similar to the Heidi Swap Color Shine, but it's a hair darker. So I'm hoping that it matches well with the other stuff that I've got going on. There. So now I can move that one, set it aside over there to dry, and now I will do this one. I don't need to mask anything here because wherever it goes on this one is fine by me. There, that's probably enough. I don't want to overdo it. So let's see here. I'm going to pick that one up and look at it a little closer. Yeah, I think that's good. Just a little bit all the way around is pretty good. So now that I have these resting on the pockets where they're actually going to be, I'm going to make a switch. I don't like these so close together, so I'm just going to switch those. I was trying to have us not be side by side, but you know what? If I have to move things around to make the embellishments work, it's okay. It really doesn't bother me to have us next to each other in these pockets. Now that I look at it, I like that these three things are spaced out in a triangle, so I'm much happier with that. I still think that maybe I need to work in some green somewhere else, and I'm wondering if it might actually need to go here. Don't really want to add anything here because it's so busy and I don't want to run the risk of covering up the green, and the only other option I have really is up here, and then these will be stacked, and I don't like that. So I think it's going to be here. So it might just end up being some washi, or it might be another phrase label. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go into my stash and see what I find. I have pulled out this very narrow, thin washi. It's got a nice green stripe to it, and the green is somewhat similar to this, so I think it's close enough that I can pull that off. And I will probably either just put like a little strip down here at the bottom or something, or maybe over one of the boxes. I'm not sure, but I'm going to add it to this card. I did add in the washi there, and it's just enough. I love it, and it helps that it's kind of stripe on stripe, I think, but that they're slightly different, so I do like how that looks. And then I decided, could I work that green in somewhere else? I think I can. So I added some here, right underneath the phrase, and then I actually decided to put in a little bit right here along the edge of this embellishment, and I love the way that looks as well. And because this one is so busy, I don't think I'm going to do anything else with it. I think it's done. So here's another one finished for Prague. Thanks for watching, everyone.